The City of Waukegan is replacing about 20,000 water meters with a new automated meter, which provide for an accurate, timely, and reliable reading without having to gain access to customers' properties. The new meters, which will be replaced at no cost to the customers, will be able to identify high water usage and potential leaks. In addition, customers will be able to access their water usage and account information conveniently online. The first thing you need to do is schedule an appointment with Professional Meters, Inc. to have your old meter replaced with a new automated meter reader, AMR for short. Look for a postcard in the mail with the call information or call 866-270-9629. PMI will arrive at your scheduled time to install your meter. They will arrive on a truck or a van with a PMI logo. The PMI installer will have on a shirt or a jacket with a PMI logo and will carry a PMI ID badge. Installers will also wear booties over their work boots to ensure they do not carry dirt, mud, or water into your home or business. The installation process should take less than 30 minutes. The installer will take a photo of the old meter to obtain a record of your final meter reading and the condition of the pipes and fittings. The next step is to turn off your shut-off valves located on your water meter line near the meter. Remove the old meter and install the new AMR meter. The transmitter, which transmits your water usage data to the city, will be placed on a convenient location near the meter. The installer will take a photo of the new meter once it's installed. And that's it. The PMI installer will make sure everything is cleaned up, collect his tools, and head on to the next installation. You may receive a follow-up visit from a PMI manager to ensure your satisfaction with the installation and to make a quality control check of the meter installation. For more information about the automated meter reading installation program, please visit www.waukeganil.gov. If you have any questions regarding the meter installation, contact PMI at 866-270-9629 or the City of Waukegan City Collector at 847-599-2997.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the January 3rd, 2017 Waukegan City Council. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Villalobos.
Present.
Alderman Newsome.
Present.
Alderman Tempest.
Present.
Alderman May. Present. Alderman Valco.
Present.
Alderman Taylor.
Present.
Alderman Cunningham.
Present.
Alderman Seager.
Present.
Alderman Moisio.
Present.
Please stand for the invocation and pledge. Bishop Colburn, please.
Let us pray. Father, we thank you. We have so much to thank you for. All the year of 2016, you blessed us. You blessed Waukegan. You see the progress. You see what's happening. We thank you for it. I want to pray for all of those that are sick tonight, those that are ill. Pray for our First Lady. Pray for the Tempest family. All of those that we don't call their name, you know who they are. We pray for them. Pray that we have a successful 2017. Pray it all in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Bishop. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you.
No mayor's comments. Minutes. Motion to approve the regular minutes of December 19th, 2016. Motion by Alderman Villalobos, second by Alderman Seager. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Next is the resolutions, proclamations, presentation, appointments. Main Street, please. Art.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Alderman, audience. Over the Christmas holiday, I had an opportunity to catch up on my reading. I enjoyed an article published by Main Street America entitled Downtowns Matter. Every successful community has its own strengths and weaknesses. but they all share some common characteristics. Have a vision for the future, inventory assets, build plans on the enhancements of existing assets, use education and incentives, not just regulation, cooperate with neighbors for mutual benefit, pick and choose among development projects, pay attention to community aesthetics, and have strong leaders and committed citizens. Not every successful community displays all of the above characteristics, but most have made use of at least 3 or 4. Wouldn't it be great to come together to start a movement in our downtown Waukegan in 2017? I'm ready. How about you? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Insurance Committee, Alderman Taylor, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. The first item has been held over in committee. It's still in committee. Item B, motion to authorize the proper city officials to settle Public Works Department workman's compensation claim number C645-15-10145-01 for an amount not to exceed $37,266.90, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman May. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Villalobos. Aye. Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May. Aye. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Moisio.
Motion to authorize the proper city officials to settle Police Department workman's compensation claim number C645-10-00717-01 for an amount not to exceed $26,720.62, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman May. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Villalobos. Aye. Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Moisio.
Motion to authorize the proper city officials to settle Fire Department workman's compensation claim number C645-14-01009-01 for an amount not to exceed $55,336, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman May. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Moisio.
Motion to authorize the proper city officials to settle Fire Department workman's compensation claim number C645-15-10142-01 for an amount not to exceed $40,593, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman May. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Moisio.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Alderman Taylor. Judiciary Committee, Alderman Moisio, please.
Your Honor, item A, motion to adopt an ordinance approving zoning calendar 2521, map amendment, rezoning from I2 General Industrial to R6 General Residential, address 634 Kennard Street, Petitioner, City of Waukegan, Arthur Brumfield, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Moisio, second by Alderman Valco. Roll call, please,
Hold on
Madam
now,
Clerk.
just real quick, there was a lot of discussion on this by all of the members of the committee, and also Alderman Cunningham sat in and talked very passionate. There was a lot of passion and a lot of legal information we got about it. It's sort of a rock and a hard place situation for everybody. It's not an easy vote for probably anybody up there. But we ended up passing it on to the city council. I just wanted to make sure we said, this is just a rezoning. All of these on this are just a rezoning issue. No one's selling anything, no one's anything like that. It's just a rezoning issue, that's all it is.
Your Honor,
Alderman May.
thank you. what did transpire at committee, just to go a little bit further, Chairman Moisio, was there was discussion about the value of this particular lot and the rezoning of this lot from an industrial to a residential zoning. It's currently in all the use right there is residential right now, so it's actually incorrectly zoned right now. And from the experts in the field, the opinion is that the property is actually more valuable when it's zoned residential. Now, I understand that the owner of the property doesn't care about the value or the money. I understand that, Mr. Brumfield. And so my heart wants a peaceful resolution. You know, I wish there was an advocate to stand by our residents' side and to sit at a meeting and to help work through this issue that we're having. You know, I mean, no one wants to force anything. I don't want to force anything on anyone. And I really feel my heart goes out to the resident, and I really would hope that he would have a good advocate to stand by his side. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Villalobos.
I just want to say a quick thing about this before I cast my vote. I cannot sit here and consciously feel like I'm marginalizing a resident. It just doesn't settle with me well, so I'm going to cast a no.
Okay, no. Alderman Newsome.
My vote is going to be aye, and I'll explain that. Currently, it's industrial, and it hasn't been rezoned since the 80s, I believe. And this property now, you can't do anything with it. And to rezone it to R6, you can continue to live there. It will be rezoned residential. You can build a house there if you like. My vote would be aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
No.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
No.
Alderman Cunningham.
No.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Moisio.
Aye. Item B, motion to adopt an ordinance approving zoning calendar 2522, map amendment rezoning from I-2 General Industrial to R6 General Residential, address 601 and 605 South Genesee Street, petitioner, City of Waukegan, Illinois Department of Transportation, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Moisio, second by Alderman Valco. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Moisio.
Aye. Item C, motion to adopt an ordinance approving zoning calendar 2523, map amendment rezoning from I-2 General Industrial to R6 General Residential, address at 0 South Genesee Street, PIN number 0-28-408-005. Petitioner, City of Waukegan, Illinois Department of Transportation, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Moisio, second by Alderman Valco. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Moisio.
Aye. Item D, motion to adopt an ordinance approving zoning calendar 2524, map amendment rezoning from I-2 General Industrial to R6 General Residential, address 680, 678, 676, 674, 670, 666, 662, 658, 646, 645, 638, 630, Canal. PIN number 8-28-405-015, 8-28-403-005, 622, 618, 614, and 602 Hill Street, 607, 617, 619, 623, 633, 651, 660, 655, 661, 671, 673, and 677 South Genesee Street, PIN 8-28-232-003, 8-28-400-008, 8-28-403-004, 8-28-408-003, 8-28-408-004, 8-28-400-018, and 8-28-400-020. Petitioner M.D. Higbee, Sheridan Partners LLC, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Moisio, second by Alderman Valco. Roll call, please,
Your Honor,
Madam Clerk.
could I ask a question, please?
Alderman May.
Thank you. I just have a quick question. There was an interview published in the newspaper that said that all 32 of these lots are currently under contract. Is that
Not true.
Not true.
Not true.
Okay, thank you.
Misstatement by someone.
Okay, thank you.
All right. What's the motion again?
Motion by Alderman Moisio, second by Alderman Valco. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Moisio.
Aye. Motion, item E, motion to adopt an ordinance approving zoning calendar V-6-16, vacation of alley east of Benny Avenue and south of Belvedere Road, petitioner A&L's Construction, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Moisio, second by Alderman Valco. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Moisio.
Aye.
Yeah, both correct. There is no old business. There are no reports and communications. New business, item A, approval of payroll dated December 23rd, 2016 in the amount of $1,481,375.50. Non-union vacation sellback dated December 9th, 2016 in the amount of $2,049.20. PBLC clothing allowance dated December 16th, 2016 in the amount of $85,425. PBLC clothing allowance dated December 20th, 2016 in the amount of $180. Final payout dated December 23rd, 2016 in the amount of $2,281.88. And PBLC holiday buyback dated December 23rd, 2016 in the amount of $6,368.08. Motion by Alderman Valco, second by Alderman Cunningham. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Moisio.
Aye.
Item B, approval of bills dated January 2nd, 2017 in the amount of $2,183,200.27. Motion by Alderman Valco, second by Alderman Cunningham. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Moisio.
Aye.
Item C, motion to authorize the proper city officials to amend the amount authorized by the City Council on June 20th, 2016 to purchase 3 V-Box salt spreaders from Monroe Truck and Equipment, Monroe, Wisconsin, from $42,246 to an amount not to exceed $43,434, an increase of $1,178. Funds for this purchase are available in line item number 100-911-02-6494. Motion by Alderman Newsome, second by Alderman Tempest. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Moisio.
Aye.
There are no ordinance and resolutions. Next item is audience time.
Charles.
That's it. We had a hard time with the numbers. Huh? A lot of numbers.
Hello. I just want to congratulate that the Judicial Council. They did the meeting right. They had a public comment in that session instead of having all these committees talk and then have a public comment at this time. I want to commend that. I want to go back to what I spoke of last week, and I'll bring stats and statistics when I bring it up again. You have a body that's supposed to be addressing the Afro-American community and their concerns. The Afro-American community has several pandemics, several, between sexual abuse, incrimination, unemployment. There's a big list. But while the Afro-American community is having several pandemics, some of which are near 50%, this body that talks about representing the Afro-American community has pretty much abandoned the Afro-American community. So I wish they would step up to the plate and at least try to come up with some type of solutions. And the unemployment rate in Illinois has been ranked the worst in the country for Afro-American men. So if you're trying to get a job, they're pretty much saying Illinois is not the state to be in. I'm also concerned about this homeless task force body that was supposed to be meeting. I don't know when they're gonna meet, if they're gonna meet. So there's literally millions of dollars that this city could be getting for homeless services. But I don't know if they're even meeting to figure out how they're gonna get the money or what some of the problems and struggles are that the homeless are having. And finally, I made a call to the police department this morning about 1:40, and your dispatcher hung up on me. When the police got there were eventually 7 cars showed up, someone was detained, and there was an ambulance that showed up. But I'm wondering, why do you have a dispatcher that would hang up on somebody when they're trying to have excessive noise and crime addressed? So it's this, I mean, when the rappers talk about 911 is a joke, this is the type of stuff that we're experiencing. And it really goes back to, we need
Thank you, Mr. Pitts.
a citizen review board that would address police issues.
Jose Zurita.
Jose Zurita, 302 10th Street. Happy New Year, all. I saw the tape of last city council meeting that happened here, and my heart just started bleeding. I saw a lot of misguiding people around. As all know, we're gonna have a new president January 20th. And the president, he promised us to look into the war against coal. We're talking about the power plant we have here at the lake. Well, the new president, most of the country, more or half of the country, they were saying the president couldn't get elected. Well, he proved them wrong. He's elected, and he's gonna be our new president. After that, we can ask the new president if he trusts New York Times, Washington Post, CNN, ABC, CBS, and we can ask him if he trusts those news companies. He say no. They lie to us. They're fake news. Well, let me tell you, what I heard about the city council, the mayor, he has a good heart. The only problem with him, he hasn't had charisma to portray or to tell us the nice way what he feel about the city. But I'm pretty sure the mayor, he has his kids, his grandkids. He lives in the city. If he knows if something is wrong with the city, he will address and he will be the first to fight for those kids and his grandkids and my grandkids and my kids. So when people talk bad about the mayor, hey, you don't care about us, I wonder what the information that people say that they get him from. Because I'm a subscriber of a National Geographic for life. But I'm not a subscriber because I like National Geographic. I'm a subscriber to know about National Geographic, to read about what is for us in the future. So as far as I know, National Geographic is part of the fake news. And I don't tell it to take that out of my word. Research, question more, to know what is going on with the power plant. And I'm pretty sure after the new administration coming along, we will find out a lot of things they said about the coal. The pipe is coming from Canada. We're going to be responsible to pay for that gas.
Your time is up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Blank.
Thank you.
You don't want to piss those clean power people off, I'll tell you that much.
You all voted a few votes some years ago to tear this man's property down. You voted to rezone his property. All of this is against his will. And let me extend my appreciation to those who have voted no. And with that being said, one of the things I want you all to look at, those of you who had voted no, if you look to those who voted in support of tearing this man's house down and things that happened, I can assure you, you may not get the full facts. So what I've done, and what Black Abolition Movement for the Mind have done on his behalf, as we did with Miss Mary Reese, we have filed a complaint with the U.S. Department of Housing on behalf of Mr. Brumfield. And we're asking the U.S. Department of Housing to look into the issue of rezoning, to rescind rezoning. We're asking the U.S. Department of Housing also to look into everything that has happened that have transpired with the destruction and the demolition of Mr. Brumfield's property. We're looking to have all liens against Mr. Brumfield's property removed, because at this point in time, just as I felt back then, there were some things that was wrong with Miss Mary Reese and how they went about that and the wrong approach they had with her. You had the block grant director, Mr. Ezel Robbins, came to you all and he stood right here and said, no, we've done nothing wrong. Nothing has happened that was wrong. But the U.S. Department of Housing came in and said, yes, there was some things done wrong. And I can almost assure you that when it came to the destruction of this man's house, that was some things that wasn't done right. So we have filed a complaint with the U.S. Department of Housing. You should be getting to notice it, because that's the only way you're going to really find out the facts. That's the only way we're going to find out the facts as to what happened. So I think by the time the U.S. Department of Housing get through conducting their investigation, so I would say to you all right now, don't be too quick to make real fast moves with your development project until after the U.S. Department of Housing has completed their investigation, because we want to find out what you all have done totally, I think it was totally wrong. So for those of you who would sit here and vote yes against this man's will, I think you need to take a look at, and Mr. Valco, last time you said that you didn't appreciate his approach and how he addressed the audience and the words he said. I think you got a good feeling of what he felt like when the city used the wrong approach in approaching him to tear his house down. You didn't like that. But the only difference, the fact that you didn't like his approach, you left here that night. That when you didn't like his approach, you went home, you put your key into your door, and you had the choice of sleeping into a warm bed. He did not have a chance. He don't have a home to go to or a house to sleep in after they used the wrong approach against him. So this will not go on. We'll continue to be here, and we're going to fight, and we're going to make it right. Thank you.
You're the last one.
Margaret Carrasco, 532 North Lewis Avenue. I brought a red flag here to draw the attention to Waukegan residents, taxpayers, senior citizens, and families in Waukegan. In Mexico, this red flag like that is raised when there is a prostitution place. It all started when I put in a FOIA request asking for copies of security cameras from footage of a hearing. I was told that only one camera worked, and the other two cameras don't work. Really? In this day and age, security cameras are not working? So that was the first red flag. Second red flag is that I started investigating. And when I started investigating, I recalled someone telling me that there's security cameras on Genesee Street that are not working. So my first thing is that I request from the city to immediately repair those security cameras that are not functioning. Second thing is that as I further investigated, I came to realize that there is a location at 108 South Genesee. I invite you to go down there and take a look. That is, as it is in internet, an erotic massage parlor. In addition to that, there was a recent bust there for prostitution. The ladies that were, in fact, several locations here in Waukegan going on under our nose. They didn't even talk English. I called there today, could not even speak. They were very, very afraid to talk. It gets better yet. As I investigated as to who is the owner of 108 South Genesee, where all this prostitution is taking place, it's the mayor's best friend, our city official, George Torres. Bingo. Cameras are not working there. I wonder why. Guess we don't want to videotape those clients who are going there. I have here the sheriff's report. The sheriff did the sting on it. They did a sting on 3 different places. I have the hearing where the place was supposed to have been shut down, the license was suspended. I went there, open. I checked with the state of Illinois. It's not even registered. So I have here the official documents from the court in which we have immigrants. My recall, that is called human trafficking. A federal offense.
Macklemore.
They'll be here investigating. Take you all to jail.
Why should give that information to Chief?
Good evening, council members, mayor. Like the suit, Mr. Walker. I'm used to you in the shirt tie. Happy New Year's, New Year look. I'm Clyde Macklemore. I'm chairman for the Lake County Black Lives Matter. Want to say that we had Christmas under the tree on December the 23rd, and we was able to serve 105 families, man. And it really felt good to see 105 children, you know, walk away with some nice Christmas gifts. We had a black Santa Claus, of course, singing. And it was real joyful with some hot chocolate and stuff. And it was real joyful event. And just wanted to say it was very prosperous. We made second page of the newspaper. Wanted to say that in this upcoming year, there's a lot going on. Boy, Margaret, you just hit me in the head. I ain't know all that. You usually call me, which I guess you're mad at me, so you won't call me and tell me things up front. But anyway, I just want to say thank y'all. I want everybody to have a happy New Year. Let's do some things. Let's do some positive things in the city. Please, whatever we go do, I'm available to you. My name is Clyde Macklemore. My phone number is 847-344-2540. We're trying to work with trying to get some things, some positive things here for black and brown people in the Lake County area. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McLemore. Ralph Peterson.
Hello, everyone. I actually got out my sick bed to be here tonight to address a running rumor that's going around the town. Alderman Cunningham, my phone is continuously ringing off the hook with people telling me that you're spreading a rumor that me and the mayor are in cahoots. I've made some kind of deal with him. Well, I come here to bring clarification. How in the hell can I make a deal when I was originally suing the city for 125, but due to the direction that the mayor is going in, and I like some of his ideas, I decided, and also I meant to say you're in this rumor too, Miss May. I decided that I would drop down to 42 because I like the direction and after reading this website. And furthermore, a few months back, I was with you. Now, the reason why I'm not with you, because of your constituents in your ward told me that you live in the 6th ward, actually 1101 Chestnut. And I warn you, I don't open my mouth unless I got proof and can prove what I'm saying. And this is something else. I see Brother Blanks, and I'm thankful for that, sir. You come here every meeting, and you complain about different things going on in the 1st Ward. I'm confused. I never hear the alderman of the 1st Ward speak on these things. So what I'm asking in a nice way is please quit spreading these rumors, because to really be honest and speak point blank, I don't need you or the mayor in order for these legal proceedings to move forward. Also, I will be addressing you, Miss May, next week, and to really be honest, I almost feel kind of bad for when I do address you. But before I sit down, please quit spreading these negative rumors about me. Thank you.
Leandre Callahan.
I never heard it.
Hi, my name is Leandris Callahan. America started out taking 200 million Africans and slaughtering them on the Atlantic slave trade, on the passage over here. They got to the Americas, and they slaughtered all of the indigenous people. They slaughtered all the indigenous people on the islands. Yet today, America is a great country and does a lot of good in the world. My name is Leandris Callahan. I have a criminal history. I've never been to prison. I'm not a felon. My charges, the serious ones, were nolly processed or dismissed. Today, I feed 700 people a week, 33,666 people a year. I've been doing so since 2004. I applied for a business license. The license was granted. Then the license was rescinded and taken from me because George Torres said that I was a horrible and brutal person. Well, he said I had a horrible and brutal criminal history. Yet I'm not a felon. I've never killed anyone. I've never shot anyone. So I'm wondering why, when we scrutinize the history of America, no one wants to talk about it. Everyone wants to say, hey, that's the past, let the bygones be bygones. Yet today, America's a great country. But when it comes to us, our past is scrutinized. Our history is ran through with a microscope, and then we're prevented and blocked from elevating or increasing our lives and the money that we make in our lives because of past history. I don't understand this. And I'm wondering, is it good for America to change their way and to turn around and turn a new leaf and do things that are positive for the world and the world community, and it's not good for me? No one speaks. This is like, let me see, it's like almost being two-faced. And it's like looking down on those of color as though they don't have the potential to change. Guilty people always look at other people and suspect other people. I have a nephew, and he steals from the whole family, and he distrusts the whole family. Yet no one steals from him. No one has taken anything from him.
That's all I have to say. These are the things that concern me, my community, my business. Is good for the community. The record company, the studio actually will take wayward youth off of the street and teach them how to be engineers and teach them how to be good citizens instead of running around shooting each other, selling drugs, and doing the things that they do. But yet I'm being blocked, and I'm wondering why, when I'm not a felon. Next door to me, there's a guy who's a felon who went to prison for shooting people. Yet he has a business license. He runs a store. Well, I'm not going to speak on them, but I think all of you know what Chuck Wagon does.
Thank you, Mr. Callahan.
Thank you.
We're done. Alderman Villalobos.
Yeah, I just want to, again, say thank you to everyone for being here tonight. Always appreciative to people coming to City Council. In my opinion, time is the most valuable thing we have in this world, so for you to give your time to us is very appreciated on my end. Just want to mention a couple of things that happened over the past few weeks that I was able to participate in. There was a ribbon cutting for West Coast Treats located at 1103 number B, Washington Street, right by the Washington Campus High School. The owner's Antoine Woods, and this gentleman has been making inroads with the high school's basketball team and the youth of the campus at Washington there. I appreciate the work he's trying to do. He's trying to provide a space for the teenagers to go to and feel relaxed and feel comfortable, and give them a place to go, where they can feel like kind of at home, actually. So I just want to give kudos to Mr. Antoine Woods for that. And I hope that more youth go to this space. I hope that we start investing in more opportunities around Waukegan for youth to go to, because again, the youth are our future. The youth are the ones that will shape what the city looks like in about 20 years. Also, I was able to attend the Waukegan Parks District's 100-year anniversary. Congratulations to them for being 100 years. For those who aren't aware, they won a national medal, I believe, in 2014. So we have one of the best park districts in the nation. So again, a 100-year celebration was a wonderful thing. They had fireworks in the winter. That was a fun experience to have. Usually it's only the 4th of July for me. Also, I was able to attend a Waukegan High School girls basketball game. I've never done that before. And watching the young ladies play ball was really entertaining to me. Definitely we have some skilled players. Waukegan High School's girl team. They played against North Chicago and they were victorious, so it was nice to see a victory. The JV unfortunately lost. But it got me thinking about, again, supporting our youth. And I want to make a more conscious effort to go attend more of our high school meets, whatever sport it may be. So if there's anybody out there who wants to invite me to a sporting event for the high school, please let me know when the meets are, when things are happening, I'd be happy to go. The other thing I was able to attend was the Polar Bear Plunge this year, 18th annual Polar Bear Plunge. One of my friends, Joanne Flores Dieter, I believe is her married name now, has got recognition on the news for attending all 18 years. So congratulations to her for being committed in the perilous weather sometimes to go into the cold Lake Michigan waters. So 18 years is quite a feat. And so congratulations to her. And my last thing I want to mention is the passing of a gentleman. He passed a little while ago. His name is Chuck Gutman. He was a college counselor at Waukegan High School. And I worked with him through partnerships with the Waukegan Public Library. I knew the great work that he had done. I knew that his goals were to impact the lives of Waukegan students. But I never really realized what depths he went to change the lives of our youth in Waukegan. There was presently college students. One attends Fitzer, one attends Georgetown. They spoke during the service about the passion that Chuck Gutman brought to them and opening their eyes on what the possibilities for their lives could be, and just persistent about saying you can make a better life for yourself. College is in your grasp. Amazing. Go beyond thinking. Shoot for the stars for colleges. Apply to them all. It's very inspirational to me. And it got me thinking about, again, like my role in the community and my role with working with high school students and the youth of Waukegan. And it inspired and reinvigorated my passion for what my role can be here as an alderman in Waukegan regarding the youth. So rest in peace, Chuck Gutman. You've impacted people well beyond your time here on this earth. So again, that's just something I want to bring up. He was just an amazing person. And again, he just shaped the lives of so many of our youth in Waukegan and will continue to do so going forward. There is a Waukegan College that is doing a memorial grant, annual grant I think they're trying to do. So if you're interested in donating to this funding to give scholarship opportunities for the youth of Waukegan, contact Waukegan College. I don't have the contact information, unfortunately, with me. But Waukegan College is the organization that's doing this memorial Chuck Gutman scholarship grant. So, again, thank you everyone for your time.
Alderman Newsome.
Pass.
Alderman Tempest.
Yes.
Alderman May.
Thank you. Just want to wish everyone a Happy New Year. I typically like to address audience comments because isn't that why you come here, to get some feedback? So the only place I discuss litigation is behind that door in executive session. So I'm not exactly sure where you're picking up information, Mr. Peterson, but I have concerns that there may be a breach of privacy once we come out of that room. And so, you know, if we're in executive session, everyone up here on this body, there's an understanding that we're talking about pending litigation, that it's secret. Now, that's not to say that I said anything that you said. Quite the contrary. I went back and watched the March 21st City Council meeting this week, which was the boiling point for what we're dealing with up here now. And besides the very uncomfortable situation you were in, and I'm glad that you and the mayor have mended fences, that's great. But I spent my alderman time at that meeting defending you and everyone else in this community's right to address the council. And it wasn't the first time I've done it, and it wasn't the last time I've done it. I've continuously advocated for the audience's right to address council. And I've advocated on several occasions for audience time to be moved to the front of the meeting in order to give better access to the community. So that's my stance. I know that you have my phone number. You put my name in a Google search bar. I'm happy to talk to you anytime. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Alderman Velco. Alderman Velco.
I'll pass this evening, thank you.
Alderman Taylor.
Thank you. As many of you know, I have always been concerned about public safety in our city. Your essential services in this city is the heart and soul of our city. So at this point, I just want to take an opportunity. I did not know that our firefighters were going to be here tonight, but I would like to take an opportunity to thank them. And the reason I'm thanking you is that you broke a record this year. You responded to 11,087 calls, which is the most in the county and a new record for Waukegan, if I am correct on that. Okay? Now, let me tell you what these firefighters did. They did this even though our fire trucks are 30 years old, and at every block party that I have been at, they've leaked all over the streets. They did this on January 1st when an ambulance broke down and had to be towed away. They did this when they did a demonstration at the municipal airport and to the airport executives, and our truck broke down. And since the firefighters are here, if I'm not mistaken, is that repair been fixed? It hasn't, to my knowledge. Am I correct on that? Okay. I also want to tell you that they've done this with 2 jump stations. They are understaffed, working overtime, and in my particular ward, as I've stated many times, my residents have complained for years that they think they voted on a referendum that funded Station 2, which is now a jump station. Let me correct that. they did not vote on a referendum. What was passed at that time is in December of 2005, I believe that the city raised the tax levy to fund 6 firefighters that were later cut for budget reasons. Kind of like when we decided as a state we're going to have a lottery system for education and then we don't fund it that way. So you have to understand why the residents are upset. They think that they're paying for a fully funded station that they do not have. So currently, both in my ward and Alderman Valco's ward, they are jump stations. Also, you don't have any fire protection at your airport, okay? So these are just concerns that my residents have and that I want us to recognize what these firefighters are up against because they're not telling the community. So with that in mind, I also want to point out that there was a complaint about dispatch. Our dispatch for both police and fire is in one of the worst buildings that there possibly could be. They work long overtime hours, and that's where mistakes can happen. I want us to seriously sit down as we go forward in the next budget year to start looking at our essential services. Because again, it's the heart of our city. And we can only be great if we can respond to our residents. Next, Mr. Brumfield, the reason that I voted not to change the zoning on your property is I believe there's issues with your property. And I think honestly, it's in your best interest to make it residential. But I stand on the belief that as a citizen, that is your right. It is not my right as a legislative body to do something that you don't want done on your property. So that's why I voted the way that I did, and I will always vote that way. Last, I want to clear up a few misunderstandings in my ward in particular. A lot of my residents came to me when they heard about Amazon, and they were, as many of you know, I've complained about the taxes that my ward pays. And so they were very excited instantly, oh, we're going to see tax relief and blah, blah, blah. Let me explain. Amazon is coming to the McGaw Park is a wonderful thing. I do want to make sure that people understand that it isn't a TIF district. And so you won't see property taxes on that for over 20 years. It's also internet sales. So there's no sales tax coming from that. It is not going to make up for the loss of Uline and WMS. But it is a start, and you have to start somewhere. It is a good thing. Once, like with any industrial park, once one thing comes, others follow. So I think it's a wonderful thing, but I just want to make sure that people are clear that this isn't going to be reflecting on your tax bill next year. Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Alderman Cunningham.
I want to wish all the colleagues and staff and the entire city of Waukegan a happy new year, and hopefully everyone will be blessed as we move forward. I too wanted to, I concur with Alderman Taylor's position on tonight's vote regarding Mr. Brumfield and his property. I have always been led to believe in my 18 years as a councilman, when it comes to zoning, that it is the will of the person who owns that property, not the city engaging in that. So that's my position, and I'm going to stick with it. That's what I'm used to. That's what I believe in. And Mr. Brumfield, we all know you, and we trust as this process goes on that you will negotiate for the best interest of you. And that's how I feel about that. So much success to you, and God bless you as you move on in whatever decision that you choose to make. Just understand you have people who will watch your back when it comes to this type of issue. Typically, I don't try to respond to people who may disagree with some of the issues that is going on with me personally as an alderman or decisions we've made. But one thing is very, 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 very clear, that I live, have lived, will continue to live at the house that I own, that I built for my children, for myself, and my family. I don't have any bones about living on the south side of Waukegan. Never have. I am a 575 South Genesee, apartment 122, then moved over to 565 South Utica, apartment 7, to age 22. Moved my mom and myself to 405 McKinley Avenue. And just to be clear, that 411 McKinley, where I currently live now, was a dumping ground. It had a sign on there, "No dumping allowed." Who bought it? I did. New construction. Proud. Now, I'm not saying I don't mind living in the 6th Ward, but that just happens where I work at.
That's my territory.
Always have been for the last 40 years, if I'm not mistaken. And I wouldn't dare encroach on another alderman, as some people have. There's one thing we have amongst each other, and we believe in this. We stick together as aldermen. You mess with one, you mess with us all. That's why the branch of government that we have is a strong mayor and a strong council. And when we agree, we move this city forward. So whatever meeting you were in, who you talked to, I am a proud resident of the 1st Ward. And God willing, I'll stay there. So you don't have to hear from anybody. And I reared my children there. When my daughter went to college, her last year was at Zion Benton. We moved her in. She did 3 years at Waukegan. As I was leaving her room and saying goodbye, there was a picture that she had on there. And that picture did not have Zion Benton. It had Waukegan number 44. That's where she played for 3 years. And she knew I was upset that she had chosen her senior year to go to Zion Benton. Nothing wrong with the school. I'm just a Waukegan guy. I'm a bulldog, not a warhawk. I'm a bulldog. That is what my children believe in. That's their home. And to disgrace, to say I live someplace else when I know I reared my family, bring it on. When it comes to where I live and with the pride that I have, not only the place I live in, but this community, bring it on. Because I'm ready when it comes to defending my community. And I like to believe that every alderman up here has the same zeal, the same fight in them when it comes to this community. Thank you again, but the correction, I don't just live there. Everything about me is about where I'm standing right now. That's it. Thank you.
Alderman Seager.
Thank you. I'd just like to wish everybody a safe and happy New Year. And God bless you. Thank you.
Alderman Moisio.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. Motion to adjourn. Second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
The City of Waukegan is replacing about 20,000 water meters with a new automated meter, which provide for an accurate timely, and reliable reading without having to gain access to customers' properties. The new meters, which will be replaced at no cost to the customers, will be able to identify high water usage and potential leaks. In addition, customers will be able to access their water usage and account information conveniently online. The first thing you need to do is schedule an appointment with Professional Meters, Inc. to have your old meter replaced with a new automated meter reader, AMR for short. Look for a postcard in the mail with the call information or call 866-270-9629. PMI will arrive at your scheduled time to install your meter. They will arrive on a truck or a van with a PMI logo. The PMI installer will have on a shirt or a jacket with a PMI logo and will carry a PMI ID badge. Installers will also wear booties over their work boots to ensure they do not carry dirt, mud, or water into your home or business. The installation process should take less than 30 minutes. The installer will take a photo of the old meter to obtain a record of your final meter reading and the condition of the pipes and fittings. The next step is to turn off your shut-off valves located on your water meter line near the meter. Remove the old meter and install the new AMR meter. The transmitter, which transmits your water usage data to the city, will be placed on a convenient location near the meter. The installer will take a photo of the new meter once it's installed. And that's it. The PMI installer will make sure everything is cleaned up, collect his tools, and head on to the next installation. You may receive a follow-up visit from a PMI manager to ensure your satisfaction with the installation and to make a quality control check of the meter installation. For more information about the automated meter reading installation program, please visit www.waukeganil.gov. If you have any questions regarding the meter installation, contact PMI at 866-270-9629 or the City of Waukegan City Collector at 847-599-2997.